Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know nobody's here. Nobody knows I was going to be on, so I don't really expect very many viewers. But I'm going to try to upgrade my trout that I caught earlier. I really think I can do better, and I won't know until I try. So come along with me. I'm sure somebody will happen along pretty soon. Still have my hole in the eye, so I don't think anybody's been here. So. If you didn't catch my live earlier, I came down with a 2x4 or 2x2. I busted a hole in the ice so I could catch the trout for the Sunfish King tournament. Caught two trout. Oh, there's another one. You hang on there, buddy. All right. Nobody's here to see this, but here's my first trout that nobody's going to see. And I think it's bigger than the last one, or bigger than my first one that I caught last video. We get the tape measure out and check him out. I know Skipjack Cindy's doing a live, so that's where most everybody's probably at. So let me get this fishing hooked. I'll show him to you. Well, I'm going to put him on the tape measure first for the tournament. The only bad thing about these nets, boy, they start wrapping themselves up in them nets. It's bad. Come on, dude. He ain't hooked that good. It's just how he's hooked. It's kind of weird. So we get you unhooked so I can get you back in the water. There you go, guys. I think he's bigger than the last. GoPro, turn on. Don't be squirming. Just let me take a picture of you. Just lay there and be good. I tell you what, he's the same size. He's 13 and a half. So he's not going to help me none. So let's get him back in the water. Yeah, there's a 13 and a half inch trout. That's what my other one was. I'm gonna have to probably bust that lure off of there and yeah. I have to bust it off and retie. But that's all right. I'd rather get the fish in safe than worry about a lure. There you go, dude. Get back down in that hole. All right, now I gotta retie. First, I gotta get my lure out of the net. Well, they wrap themselves up so good in these things. I really don't like to use a snout just for that reason. Okay, I got the hook part out. That's the rest of it should be pretty easy. Yep, there it is. All right, let me get this guy tied back on there, and all of you people that are not watching might pop in on the channel. I really needed that to be a 14 or 15-inch fish. 16-inch would have been awesome. But, you know, it's okay if nobody watches my live. Because if I'd have sat here and tried to make a video, I wouldn't have caught a fish whatsoever. And nobody still would have watched my video. Because I didn't catch no fish. They don't understand that fishing is fishing. You can't always be catching. So I'm just going to tie a little loop knot on here, run that jig through it about 3 times. Pull it back through. For anybody that's watching this video that hasn't watched me trout fish or somebody else, what I'm using is a little trout magnet, little 64-ounce jig head. I got the chartreuse color on. Got that good and tight. The line's wet, so I didn't worry about trying to get it wet. But there you go, little bitty thing. Stick my excess line back in my pocket so it doesn't get left all over the place. It should be good to go. I'm gonna try to catch me another one. Throw that bead right down in that hole like that. I'm gonna sit here and jig that rod like I did a minute ago. He come up and he hammered it. It's really cool too because I can see my jig through the hole that I put. Just watching trout come up and grab it, it's so neat. But that being a 13.5 inch, I kind of wonder if it's not the same one I caught earlier. Bring it up a little bit, see if you don't want up a little bit higher. It'd be really nice if a catfish came up to eat it. We need a catfish for my tournament. That's not going to happen. I don't really even know why I'm doing this live. I know nobody's going to be here to watch. I may just delete it. I don't know. But everybody might come back later and watch it. I don't have long to do this because this park is a city park and it closes at dark. And at 30, like 10 after 4. So it'll be dark here probably about 5. Then I'll have to go. You know what? I got tomorrow. When I get off work, I can come back and try it again. I got tomorrow and I got Friday morning. Really not much of this lake will be unfrosted by then. It's pretty thick. But I'm having the same problem a lot of other people are. Water strokes. I really feel like another trout wants to come up and eat. Come on. You know you want that yummy, yummy little lure. Come and get it. All I'm doing is swimming this little jig around in the hole. Kind of bouncing it up and down, kind of like you would if you were crappie fishing a jig. I've had like 3 or 4 opportunities to get good video of catching a fish out of this hole, and I forgot every time. 'Cause I'm too worried about getting the fish out. But the good news was I did have a fish to start the video. Let's get so much action on the tail of that dude. Is that Rod's Fishing Adventures that just popped in? Oh, it's 351. Hey, 351. I'm trying to catch a bigger trout. I caught one at the beginning of the video. It was the same size as the one that I caught earlier. So, well, I'm glad you're listening because nobody else is. You're the only one in here. You're the only one that's been in here for the past 12 minutes. So thank you for stopping in. There ain't a whole lot to say. I just kind of been rambling on. So I went trout fishing. You know that from this morning. Then I'm like, well, I caught my trout. So I went to another lake, and the whole stinking lake was frozen. I found like one little section. So I did a video on the lake that I was trying to get to at all the different spots. I'm like, that's something different. It's real. So I'm gonna try it. So I'll probably publish that in the next day or two. So I came back. I caught one crappie there. I did get one. I needed one. Whether it'll hold up or not is a different story. So I decided to come back here to see if I couldn't catch a bigger trout than what I had caught earlier. So 13 and a half is where I'm at right now on the trout size. There's 15, 16, 17-inch trout in here. I need one. Not that I'm being picky and gonna be able to get what I want, but I can try. There's some. I know there's some 2 pound. I've caught a 2 pound trout out here, so I know there's 2 pounders. And I only have like 40 minutes before dark. So they better hurry up and bite. I thought this might be a little better view of what I was doing. I can't. When you're fishing down below you, it's really hard to get a video of what you're doing. I keep meaning to bring my clamp. So I'm gonna clamp my camera to the rail, so that way when I catch a fish, the camera will be on and you can see the fish actually come out of the hole. I think that would be cool, but I'm unprepared most of the time, and I don't think about it till after the fact that I'm already going live. Do cool stuff like that. if I can't jump that jig around a little bit and get some attention. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Skipjack Cindy's on, so everybody's over there, I'm sure. No, Stacy, I'm sure he's at work. Seems like he doesn't hit lives until about 7. I'm guessing that's when the bosses probably leave. You know what? I'm just gonna put that rod down for a second. I'm just gonna let that jig sit there and see if something doesn't come up and just grab it because it's sitting there. Said that earlier, so it might do it again. I think next time I decide to go bust through ice, I'm gonna get something with a point on it. Cause we're doing a 2x2 just flat doesn't work too good. I got through the ice, but man, it was some work. Come on, fish. Don't let it sit. We could play the game. Bank Fishing Adventures is here. Hey, welcome, Stacy. Oh wait, you're not there. Rod's Fishing Adventures might pop in. I doubt it though. And I definitely know Skipjack Cindy won't be here. She's gonna be late for the party because she's doing her own thing. Oh. I got tired of carrying my big ruler around, so I got my little Harbor Freight tape measure that was free because I had got that stupid membership. It's a little big. I need a small one, but it works. Now, if I had some fish to measure it up with. So at least I can say I got 2 of my targeted fish for the day. Catching a catfish just wasn't in the equation. Not a chance. I couldn't find enough open water to cast into. Where I was shallow, so that wasn't gonna give me no good either. And it was like shallow. And I could only cast about 6 feet out probably. Carrying this big piece of paper is a pain. But I didn't have it in my bag earlier. It got wet. And it got ruined, so I had to do another one. I might change that lure up to a different color. You might be tired of seeing this one. You know, I don't know if you've ever trout fished or not. The thing with trout, they just grab it and run. They don't pull down on it. So if you're not paying attention to your line, a lot of times you just miss them. It almost acts like that's on the bottom. I know they're on the bottom. Yeah, I just got a feeling a 13.5 inch trout's not going to hold. But I've been the only one turning trout in. So it might. But if I can get an upgrade, I need those 3 points. Because I'm only like 2 points, 1 or 2 points against from the person below me. I'm 1 point behind Stacy. And then like 2 or 3 points from the people above me. So we get to do a fishing tournament, like an online fishing tournament from what I get out of it, for the top 8 people, but I could very easily get bumped out of the top 8 if neither one of my fish score, if I don't get at least 2 to 3 points off. But on the plus side, if both my fish score, they could bump me up to 4th or 5th place. And if Stacy doesn't get one, my fish today will, if it scores, will put me either tied with him or above him, which is not what I'm going for. I just want to be up in the big boy league. All right, I'm gonna change colors here, do something different. I know you're just listening, so you're not even listening no more. Hey, you were listening, but you're gone. That's okay. So I'm gonna change lures anyway. So they ain't nobody here to listen to me ramble. I ain't worried about it. I don't ever use this pink color. I'm gonna see how this works. I don't think I've ever used the pink one. The live video that has no viewers. This ought to go viral. But that's okay, because if there ain't nobody here, I don't catch any fish. Well, I already caught one. I can just delete it and it don't exist. But I really like the watch hours. Then again, they might be like, oh, that looks like a good video. Nobody watched it. So they'll watch it because they say, oh, we should have tried that. Just trying to be optimistic here. Oh, no, that's not where I wanted that hook. That's where I wanted it right there. In order for it to sit on that jig right, it's supposed to go between the little split here. So let's try a pink one. Oh, hey, VA. I'm back at it. I want a bigger trout. I caught my crappie. I don't know it's going to hold up. It wasn't very big, but it's better than nothing. And as soon as I got here, within like the first 5 minutes, Rod, welcome back. Within the first 5 minutes of the video I started, I caught another 13.5 inch trout. But it wasn't any bigger than the trout that I caught to turn into the tournament. So I'll be happy when I get a 14-inch or 15. You know, if I could use minnows, I'd catch me a trout. Instead, I'm using them jigs. I just wish I could catch crappie on jigs. I'm just gonna let sit there so I can hang out with you cool people for a minute. 351 made it back, I suppose. All right. Yeah, like I said, I went and got my one crappie. That's the only. I had 3 bites. I missed 2, and I got 1. But I really feel I need to upgrade my trout. So I went live, even though I know Skipjack Cindy's live. So most everybody is probably over there. But I'm like, what the heck? What's it gonna hurt if nobody watches? It's just a video with nobody watching. Yeah, Cindy's live now. She went live on my way here, so I was like, I'm doing it anyway. If nobody watches, no big deal. I feel like the rest of my videos. So I guess you're still froze up there, huh, Rod? Here, I'll show you my fishing hole. That is my fishing hole. So I have plenty of ice here too. Pretty sad when a guy's got to sort the fish in a little bitty 8 or 10 inch hole. Oh, I seen something come up for it. Come on. He come up to grab it and I pulled it and didn't realize he was there until he turned. Come back here. Name me a dock demon is what I need. But we'll let it sit. Sometimes I'll come grab it. Yeah, our stuff's still pretty thick. I mean, I thought the rain and the warmer temperatures would have melted at least around the shores, and all it's doing is melting the water and it's moving to the shore. But the good thing is our water's coming up. Matter of fact, that lake I just left, that it was the water was actually going over the spillway, and last time I was there it was about 3 foot below the spillway. So that was good, and it's roaring over it. kind of wonder if they just don't like pink. I've never tried pink. They've done good on orange. Ah, hi Bill, welcome back. Thanks for coming in this morning too. I'm back after the trout. Need a 16-inch, at least, maybe 17. I mean, technically today's like my day off, but tomorrow I go in at 5 a.m. and I'm supposed to, what's your keyword, supposed to get off at 1:30 or 1. It never seems to happen that way. So that's going to give me like another 3 hours. I can come down here and fish. Catch a bigger one. And if I do, I'll bring you all along for the ride if you want to join. Hopefully more of this ice will be busted off too. I strategically put this hole at the end of the dock. So I figured people are too lazy to walk from the parking lot up to down here to see if there was any spot to fish. Yep, I think it worked because I don't think anybody came here. Pouring rain. That's supposed to rain most this week too, I think. Yeah, I was happy with it was raining when I got up at what 4:30 this morning, but I was happy at like 6:30 when it was gone. I mean, I could have came here to fish because it's got an overhang, but if I'd have tried to do a live, it would have sounded like a popcorn machine. Oh yeah, you definitely need it up there. You need all the rain you can get because you keep sending all that current down to Mississippi, and I can't fish because it's too currenty. I like it like you have it up there, Rod. It's nice and calm. Feel like last year when we still, when I started and you subscribed to me and I subscribed back to you and all that good stuff. And we were talking and you're like, everything's frozen. I'm like, well, nothing's frozen here. But I understand why now because our river compared to your river, even though they're the same river, are two different rivers. Totally two different rivers. I don't think they like pink guys. I might have to go to a different color. Oh, Stacy, welcome in. I'm trying to catch another trout. I just gotta wait for one to come by and decide he wants to eat. It'd be much more fun if I could just watch a bobber and see if it goes under, but it don't work that way. Trout seem to like stuff that moves. And they come out of nowhere. I think if I come down here tomorrow, I'm gonna bust a hole over there, so I have two places to fish. Or somebody else could be nice and come and do that, and I don't have to do it. One of the things I'm grateful for today is there ain't been some yahoo driving through the park here blasting his radio, because then I would get in trouble because of somebody else. And that ain't no good. I don't want no stupid strikes. Of course, I really don't understand the copyright stuff because I mean, I've put out videos and use music and it'll say copyright, but the owner lets it be played on YouTube. I've had the copyright on the short that they said it doesn't affect the channel, but they want you to replace it anyway. So I don't really understand how the copyright works. You know, a copyright strike is bad, but if you're allowed to use it and it's not a strike, but it's a copyright, I'd say I don't know, I don't get it. Somebody really needs to explain it to me one of these days. Because I tried to look it up on YouTube and I couldn't get a good answer. At least nothing I understood. Water is under ice, Stacy. You should get that catfish. Or you got to work Saturday or are you off? I'm sure you'll be out Sunday. Once you get monetized, yeah. You'll have to tell me. We'll have to text back and forth one day and figure it out. You can explain it to me. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I know it's not the most exciting video today, but we're out fishing. And I actually had a 2 hour live earlier. Man, I never done a 2 hour live. It does go by fast though. And I'm looking forward to Rod when he starts doing live. Because that man can tear some crappie up. You know, when Rod goes crappie fishing, it's like they know when he puts his boat in the water and they like swarm his boat. I ain't lying. I mean, them fish are over when he gets on the water. They don't like this one. I'm gonna change it. Oh, see, I didn't know that V8. I'm changing colors. This ain't doing no good. Not that the other, well, the one did. But they're not digging this pink. Must not be no girl fish in here. But with the rainbow trout, you'd think that like all colors of the rainbow. I'm gonna go back to this bronze. It's kind of my go-to. If I could throw a jig, I would, or throw not a jig, but a rooster tail or something, I would. Hard to do on ice. Well, I could throw it all day on ice. I'm guaranteed to never get it snagged up. I just honestly really think these trout are probably out in the more deeper part of the lake right now. There we go. He's on there good and straight. That looks good. Let's see what that happens there. I'm only fishing this jig like maybe a foot under the surface. It seems like the trout here, they don't get too far into the surface. A lot now, like when Bob, if anything, ah, fish, you see fish at the bottom. I kiss that trout goodbye. He ain't coming back. So I changed colors and I got hit. Yeah, trout are kind of finicky. It seems like once they hit, they don't want to come back. At least not anytime soon. I couldn't tell if that was a bite or just my lure moving. I think it's my lure moving. You can't really use high vis line because they can see it. That's why they suggest to use 2 or 4 pound line. 6 probably if you're in a river. Where's my line? I don't see it. Hey, $1.39, that's not bad. That's how, what, half a pack of jig heads maybe? You doing good, you doing good. I'll have to go back and read that later. See here, $1.39. You got a long ways to go. So at that rate, in like 4 months, you can buy, you really can't buy nothing. You'll get there. You, you go in the studio. Oh yeah, you got a long time before you get a check, buddy. $150 is probably gonna take some time. Okay, well that's good. That's good to know. Because I figured it would probably still count the same. You know, somebody driving by playing the radio and you get nailed for it, even though you had nothing to do with it. I know there's some other hungry trout in there. I know there is. Oh, okay. That's good. 5 seconds. That's not a long time, but it is. So the only thing that gets me is you can't play a song, but you can say the words from a song, and it's okay. I need to get my new glasses too, make it a lot easier to read. Well, yeah, he is. You know, Rod is the man. He will break it. He's going to have record-breaking sales. Everybody's going to watch his videos, watch every minute of the ads, and he'll be a millionaire. And then maybe, just maybe, he might buy us a pack of brush pile jigs and crappie fish. That he might. Yeah, V8, that's my thing, Sam. You know, I would, if I ever get the monetization, I know it's not going to be much, but I was telling Stacy, I was saying earlier, even in the video, this morning, I'm like, it costs me $50 to $60 anytime I go anywhere out of this town to fish because everything is so far away from me. So if I can make something to help recoup that, that's awesome. Like when we go up to Rod's the end of April, as long as that all works out, that's going to be like a $200 trip. And that's just for fuel and the campground because we'll camp. $20 a night's a lot better than $100 a night. Last year when we went, it poured down rain, as windy as could be at nighttime, and it was cold, but it was nice to go out and fish. The weather was nice during the daytime. We caught a bunch of nice crappie. Caught some nice crappie. I caught my first yellow bass I've ever caught. I think Shane caught a yellow bass, some green sunfish, green perch, whatever you gonna call them. Some nice bass. They had a bass tournament going on, and we were catching bass, but we're using minnows. Even Rod used minnows for a little bit. Just had to throw that in there, buddy. Come on back. Come on. He come up and swiped at it. I watched him. He came from this direction. He swiped at it and went back that way. Like I said, you got to really watch them because they'll swipe it. They don't like it. They won't touch it. They'll leave it alone. Yeah, it did. Can't believe you threw it in there for that ditch pickle. Next time, get you some of that spray foam. Take the handle off. Put your spray foam in there. That was a nice ditch pickle, though. I know this year when I go up there, I'm gonna learn how to jig fish for crappie. Ah, a dude sitting right over here to the right. At least that's. I've got to have had two come from that side to grab it. feel like I hung up on the rod. Now trout will school up like crappie do. I'm actually gonna leave that dude sit right on. I am hung up on. I knew I was. I felt like I was. Oh, that's much better. Trout will school up like crappie, but it's normally when they're out there towards the middle and they're all feeding on the top of the water. And I may go to Walmart, see if they ain't got some little sinking flies. Because I can't tell you how many trout I've seen hit my bobber stopper. For this little and it's chartreuse. Ah, yeah, if you got a telescoping handle, that won't work too well. Did you get that one sent to you you were supposed to get? Yeah, YouTube is expensive, Bill. I guess once you get up around that 100,000 subscribers, maybe even 10,000 subscribers, you start making money. But I don't think you're gonna make squat for a long time. That's why I'm not in a great big hurry to get there because I ain't gonna make nothing on it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to get there because everybody else is there. But if I make it by the end of the year, I'll be happy. But I'm getting ready to lose some watch hours from my catfish conference video. So at the end of February, that's gone. Gotcha. He's trying to be sneaky. He's flopping around. Look what I got, guys. I think that's that 12-incher I caught earlier. Settle down. He spit the hook that quick, too. I think that's, I don't even think that's probably worth taping. I think that's probably about 12 inches. I can check him really quick, but Rainbow Trout. Calm down. Yeah, he's about 12. So, cut number 2. I gotta get him back in the water with the dip net. I'm gonna turn my camera on this time, though. soon as I take my lure out of this. Kind of a crude release, but it works. I'm going to drop my net though. I'm going to draw slimy from the top. Come on. Come on, that net. Come on, dude. There you go. There he goes, back down in the hole. That hole's got big enough I can fit my net in it almost all the way now. All right, so I had a 12-incher earlier, and I have one that's 13 and a half. So my first fish I caught was a 13 and a half this time, and that was a 12-incher. I wonder if it's the same two fish. I mean, really, what's the odds? I mean, I could be totally wrong. And that wasn't I had mad fishing skills. I just happened to pick the rod up at the same time to do it. Because honestly, I don't even think I knew he was there. My goodness, that hole might be big enough tomorrow. I can move a couple of feet in it. I wish I had one of those cast nets. I like that cast net. Fish on, fish on. We definitely got it. Yes, I got my crappie. I didn't get my catfish. I I did I had like one spot along a spillway that I could throw into, and that was that. I snagged up. I'm sure there's all kinds of debris against the bottom down there. So I did get my crappie. I don't think it's big enough to hold. I think the only way that I'm going to win on that crappie, at least get points, is if there's only two people to turn in. So the way I'm figuring the rankings, if I get 1 point for the crappie, and if I get lucky enough and I get 3 points for the trout, that will give me 4 points. So if Stacy catches the catfish for Sunday's turn in, and I get the 4 points, me and him will end up tied. So that is what I got figured out. Yep, trout magnet. That's what I was using, was the trout magnet. Trout magnets. But it's almost dark, so they had to buy it. In fact, I think the other one's even a little bit deeper. figure we probably got about, it's 5:07, so this is good because it's still daylight. And that's awesome. No, 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 Rod. All right, Bill, take it easy. Thanks for coming in. I won't be here much longer anyway. Probably another 10 minutes, maybe more, maybe less. I'm supposed to be out by dark. The street lights are on. I don't know if they consider that dark or not. I know when I was a kid and the street lights came on, then it was time to go home. But the rest of the day, it didn't matter where you're at because you weren't at home. Come get it, dude. Just kind of let it sit there. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Just trying to get on some trout here. I've caught 4 today, 213 in the house and 212 in 2 different sessions. One was this morning, one was tonight. Well, 2 fish each time. I'm fishing a little bitty hole. It's probably about a 10-inch hole now. Of course, I'm sure you have ice all over like we do. Well, you might not. We got lots of ice up here. Come on. I caught that last one on a little brown, little bronze colored trout bag. The ones I was catching today, this morning, was on the chartreuse. Nothing like the paint. Nothing but the paint. Come on. One more is all I need. 124-inch trout. 2 foot. Nobody will touch me really. I'm just sitting there watching it dance around. Let's just spin in circles so someone will take it now. Yeah, I was gonna do that, Stacy. I was gonna go up there and grab that board and just try to chop some more of it up. The adventure crew, that's what we are. I think it's kind of funny how it worked out. I mean, I would have never thought we'd have been like, well, we probably would have met a thing, but we all have fishing adventures. I was like, that is just totally cool. Of course, you two are the cool guys. I'm just kind of like the guy lagging behind. You set the standards. You pave the path. And I'm just learning my way slowly. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes, guys, because it's gonna get dark and they're probably gonna chase me out of here. Not that I think that really come through, but they might. I want to, get time to get my stuff packed up so I don't forget nothing, because I forget everything. Like I thought I lost my takedown rod holders because I forgot that I moved them. I lost something the other day and I looked all over the place for it. I never did find it, but I forgot what it was I was looking for. Come on, one more fish. I think one thing that bothers me about fishing out of this hole is if when I pull that fish out, if it flips around and throws that hook, I don't really have a way to get to it on that ice, and I've got to find a way to get it back in. I mean, I got my 2x2 up there, but if he takes off and he goes underneath this dock or something, there's nothing I can do to get him. He's got his personal Facebook page. It's Stacy Wayne. I don't know if he's got a fishing one or not. Coons will eat it. Yeah, Coons will. But abiding by Missouri rules and regulations at this time of year, all fish must be returned to the waters which they are caught, safe and unharmed. Now, once catch and release season comes, I don't think about it. You do got to have a trout stand for that. Well, not to catch them, because as long as you release them, but catch and keep, I should say. Ah, wasn't paying attention. I tell you what, if I knew it was going to stay frozen like this, I would go buy a little bitty rod, because this is kind of a. I do got a 5-footer at home. I don't know that it'd be a lot easier. I guess if you held it down there by the hole, it would be all right. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and pack my little bit of stuff up here. I'd like to thank y'all for coming in, enjoying the 1 hour and 17 minutes of live that I've had. There was like nobody here for the first 10 or 15 minutes, so we'll just call it an hour. Sounds good to me. Rod, 351. Stacy. Let's see here. Who else is here? V8, if you're still here. I know Bill left. Anyway, thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. And I'm going to be releasing a video of my wilderness walk today, trying to find a spot to fish. I'll probably be doing that within the next couple of days. And that's going to be what it is. The only thing I'm going to edit out is where I say GoPro stop recording, which will probably start. It just started because I said GoPro stop recording. There, it turned off again. Ain't it crazy how that works? But for the most part, it's just a journey trying to find a hole to crappie fish in. So probably gonna be a boring video, but it's something different that I don't see a whole lot of people do. So if I don't try it, we don't know how it's gonna work out. So thanks guys, I appreciate it. We may see you tomorrow. I will, yeah, it'll be after 1 because I won't get off work till at least 1 at the earliest. So it may be 1:30 or 2, but I'm gonna come out here and try to catch another crappie or another trout. So thanks for tuning in, guys. See you later. I hope you enjoyed your Fun Fishing Adventures channel. Bye, Stacy. Bye, Matt. Bye, 351 if I missed you.